Hey there, are you tired of chasing trends that fizzle out? Discover the secret to creating content that works for you 24/7 and never goes out of style. Let's dig in. Welcome to today's training, The Hidden Power of Evergreen Content. In this fast-paced world of content creation where things are always changing, it's easy to get caught up in trends and short-lived topics.
Yeah, but today we're diving into a strategy that can transform your blog into a long-term traffic magnet, evergreen content. We're going to explore why timeless content is so powerful, how to create it, and how to keep it fresh and relevant over time.
That's right. Here's what you're going to learn today. Excuse me. Number one, you're going to learn why evergreen content is the ultimate traffic driver for your blog. Number two, you're going to learn strategies for selecting topics that actually stay relevant for years. That's a big payoff. Number three, you're going to learn how to update and repurpose old content so that you can keep it performing. You already put time into it. Let's keep making money off of it. And number four, you're going to learn tips for building authority and trust through that timeless content.
So what are you going to walk away with? You're going to walk away with a clear understanding of what makes content evergreen and why it matters. You're going to walk away with actionable steps to create and maintain high-performing evergreen posts. You're going to walk away with confidence to focus on quality, timeless content that builds your authority. Okay? So what is their word, Crystal?
Word of the day is compare. You're going to text the word compare to 251-644-6701. Only the word compare. When you do that, you're automatically going to get a link to get your free printable that goes along with today's training. Now, if you text the word compare to that number and you do not get the printable, then that means that you probably maybe accidentally D&D'd us, which means do not disturb. So in order to get those automations going again and to get off of the D&D list, you need to text the word start and only the word start, nothing else. Wait 5 seconds and then text the word compare and it will send you your form. All right.
So the number one mistake that content creators make is ignoring evergreen content. So many bloggers focus on trendy, time-sensitive, seasonal topics and trending topics so that they can capture quick bursts of traffic, which is great. It can work wonderfully short-term.
Right.
Short-term. That's the key here because it's not a sustainable strategy for long-term growth. And there is a better way to do it, to keep doing that if you want, but also get your baseline higher. So, Crystal, why is it harmful to focus on those trendy, time-sensitive topics?
All right. I've got 3 main things I'm going to share with you. Number one, they have a short shelf life. Say that fast 5 times. Trendy content quickly becomes outdated. You need to leverage your blog with posts that are going to attract an audience for the long haul and not things that are just going to attract immediate readers. I remember someone a blogger that we worked with, she was hyper focusing on Squid Games. Remember when that was a big thing?
It was great. It paid off really well for her for 3 weeks or so.
Right? And then it's gone and you spent all this time on that. So the shelf life is short. You need to think about that. We want pantry staples here, okay? Ask me where my mind is. Like, we want pantry staples.
Right. We want black pants, not ladybug pants.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Number 2, missed opportunities. Evergreen content continues to bring traffic and leads and engagement long after it's published. So sometimes it may feel like that evergreen content takes a long time to get going. That can be a true statement. But once it starts to take off and once it starts to bring in traffic, it's a topic that it's timeless. It's a topic that lasts forever. Okay. So it's a missed opportunity if you do not give your attention to evergreen content. And number 3, it's a wasted effort when you only focus on trending contents because you're constantly chasing the next thing. What was the trend after Squid Games? Does anybody remember? I don't, right? Then you're going to get burned out because you're not building a foundation for your blog. You're being reactive. You're chasing the next thing. So
what are some examples? Yeah, I think about like our house when we decorate for Christmas. Like it is a whole thing. Every picture just about comes down, all of the whatnots, everything gets redone for Christmas. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
imagine if I did that entire thing constantly. We got
Yeah.
to take everything down and redo it for Valentine's Day and for Easter and for Mardi Gras and for blah, 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 blah. Right? That's that. That's that thing. You go in through your entire house instead of just putting some different pillows on the couch and a new, dish towel on your oven and maybe changing out your tiered tray for the seasons, right? You're redoing your entire house every season.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exhausting.
I've done it. I've not done it where it's the whole house, but I've done it where it's a lot. The entryway, all the accent tables, all of that. And then you get to the point where it's like, okay, we're in fall and I still have July 4th stuff up because I'm
Right,
so tired with it. Right. And you just feel
right.
overwhelmed because you're just chasing the next thing.
You're
It's the
chasing
same.
the next thing. It's the next season. It's the next holiday. Right? It's the next trend.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's the same with your blog. So imagine that you're running a parenting blog. So instead of writing a post like top 5 baby products of spring 2025, you create a evergreen titled post, how to choose the best baby products for new parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's seasonal. I mean, it's evergreen. It's not seasonal. It's not trending. It
Right.
can be. You can put trending products in there and update it, but the post itself will remain popular, right?
Right.
And
Right.
helpful for years to come. While the
Mm-hmm.
first one of 2025 or spring 2025, it's only good in the spring of 2025. It's going to lose its value.
Right. We're not telling you that we don't ever focus on, we do, we focus on holiday and trending stuff, but you have to have just as much
If
of
not
the
more.
evergreen content, right? Because you have to have the long, steady and the now, right? So, key takeaway, evergreen content is an investment that pays off over time, driving consistent traffic and building your authority. Okay.
Yeah.
Google doesn't see that you're an expert on things that aren't just seasonal content. Okay. All right. Next mistake.
So, how to avoid the mistake? Well, the solution is to focus on creating evergreen content. To build a blog that stands the test of time, I want you to prioritize content that remains relevant and valuable to your audience for years to come. We're going to give you the actionable steps to create the evergreen content. Crystal, what's
All
number
right.
one?
So, actionable step number one, choose timeless topics. Focus on subjects that solve ongoing problems or answer common everyday questions. Number two, you can use tools like Google Trends or Answer the Public to identify evergreen topics. Okay. Now, we really want you finding stuff in your data in Search Console, but if you find a little bit of information in Search Console, you can take that and put it into Answer the Public and learn more about the questions that people are asking about that. Right. Here's an
Like for
example.
example, well, hold on, because I think that it's very valuable to use Answer the Public and Google Trends. But let's say that your Search Console tells you need to create something about fashion trends. So now
Mhm.
we know we're creating a post about fashion trends. How do we make it evergreen? We're going to use Answer the Public or Google Trends to help us come up with something for fashion trends or whatever.
Right. So here's an example that leads into that. So instead of top 5 summer fashion trends, instead, how to build a timeless capsule wardrobe. Okay.
And right, so how is that fashion trends? Because now we're talking, you have your capsule wardrobe, you have your decorated living room, but you're going to add in a few pieces of fashionable trends.
Mhm.
You're going to add in the throw pillows and maybe a couple pieces on your coffee table, right? We're only switching out a few things. We're only adding a few accents to our base, to our capsule wardrobe.
Yep. All right. Number
Makes
two.
sense. Number two,
It
update
does.
and repurpose old posts. Regularly visit older posts to refresh that outdated information, to add new insights, to improve SEO. We're not redoing our entire living room. We're just changing out something that is old, outdated, that we don't love anymore, right? So you turn an old how to start a blog post into a comprehensive guide with updated tools, updated resources, updated trendy accent pieces.
Hmm. Yep. Number three. Create ultimate guides and FAQs. So write in-depth, step-by-step content blog posts that serve as go-to resources for your audience. This is how you show them that you're the guru, and this is how you show the bots and Google that you're the guru, and any search engine, really. We need to remember, this is something we were talking to our VIPs about the other day. We need to remember that Google is not the only search engine, guys.
Right.
Okay, but apart from that, here is a very good example. So instead of the ultimate guide to meal prepping for beginners, or I'm sorry, this actually is a good idea. Usually it gives us an example. We have an example that is, instead of this, do this. But the ultimate guide to meal prepping for beginners is something that's going to be relevant to readers that are looking to save time and get healthy. And it's not just summer meal prepping or back to school meal prepping or winter meal prepping, right? It is an ultimate guide, which makes it sound like if somebody can write an ultimate guide, then they're a guru on the topic. You must know a lot about meal prepping if you can write an ultimate guide, right? Okay. And you're helping them get started. So you must know a lot instead of just meal guides for summer, which come fall is no longer relevant. All right. Number 4.
Add personal stories or unique angles. Remember, we don't want Dear Aunt Sally to take over the post, but we do want to make our content stand out by sharing some personal experiences or insights that only we can provide, that AI cannot provide, right? Mm-hmm. We do need to personalize it. So an example transformation, no, this is not your meta title. This is not your URL. I want you to understand this is your title that is on the blog post itself. So a generic title might be how to save money on groceries, where your email or a header in the post or something to personalize it, maybe even what shows up in the search results, is how I cut my grocery bill in half as a single mom.
Yeah, right? That's very personal.
Right? Yeah. It's very personal. It speaks to a very specific audience.
Yep.
You want to know why YouTube videos do so well? Because they don't say how to save money on groceries. They say how I cut my grocery bill in half as a single mom. Mm-hmm. They say how I fed 8 kids on $100 this week, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How can I feed my family of 7 on $700 a month? Right. That's a very specific thing that people are looking for.
That's what people ask when they use their mouth. And that's how you keep your stuff relevant to today. Mm-hmm. Crystal, what is the last thing?
Track and optimize performance. So you need to make sure that you're using analytics tools to identify your best performing evergreen content. You should be able to see that in Search Console. You should be able to see, which evergreen content is getting the best search results in Search Console, Google Analytics, like all the things. Double down on similar topics or formats to maximize those results. So if I have how I cut my grocery bill in half as a single mom, what is the next thing that they need to know after that makes sense? What does your data say the next thing is that they need to learn about that? So if your audience loves how-to guides, create more detailed tutorials or video walkthroughs that they're going to love. Okay. All right. Let's talk about some micro habits.
Yeah. So here's your micro habit challenge. I want you to take a look at your blog. I want you to really look at it. And I want you to identify one post that could be turned into evergreen content. Ask yourself, does this topic solve a long-term problem for my audience? Can I update or expand it to make it more valuable? How can I add a unique perspective or personal story? EEAT, right? Uh-huh. Then I want you to revise that post using the tips from today and watch how it continues to drive traffic and engagement over time. We even have our little worksheet to help you compare what is evergreen to seasonal. Okay. So, Crystal, what will they do to get that worksheet if they haven't already?
COMPARE 251-644-6701. All right. So remember, creating evergreen content, it's not just about writing. It's about building a resource that your audience can rely on for years to come. It's about helping them like, know, trust you, right? Evergreen content is a great way to do that. Focus on quality, timeless topics, and being consistent. Okay. You're going to create a blog post that stands out and thrives and runs on its own. And it's doing well now, and it's doing it well a year from now, and it's still doing well in 2030. Okay. You can do that.
You've got
So.
this. Don't forget to like this video, turn on those notifications so that you are notified every single time we have a new video go out, which currently is twice a week. And we're looking to up that. If you are wanting us to up that, make sure to leave us a comment letting us know. Otherwise, I would love to know what post you have updated. You can drop that down in the comments as well.
So go take one step today, whether it's brainstorming a new evergreen topic or refreshing an old post that was evergreen or that is evergreen and needs to be updated, and start building your content legacy now. You can do this. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.